This is Jenna.
And this is Heather.
And this is Conspiracies Unlocked. Today is our Denver airport episode and all the creepy things that happen there. I know that we have been trying to do this for the last few days, but I've been on a whirlwind adventure, and it is Sunday night, and this is the only time that we have to do this episode. We were supposed to do it the day after we got back from Denver on Wednesday. We were supposed to record it and then put it out on Thursday. Unfortunately, we got back on Tuesday night. On Wednesday, I had to pack because my husband had a big race, and we went up to Sacramento the next day. So I just got back literally a few hours ago. I'm still a grimy mess. Yeah, so
I ran over from my little cousin's birthday party.
Yeah, so we could get this going because I know that a lot of people have been asking about it, and I just wanted it to get done. It's going to be a really interesting airport.
Yeah. So you did mention that you've been traveling a lot.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite airport that you've been to?
I'm always traveling.
In the last 4 days. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right? Alright, so it was Tuesday, I went to Denver. Wednesday, I was home all day. It was Thursday morning that I went to Denver. But went to Sacramento.
Tuesday, you went to Denver.
Tuesday was Denver. Wednesday, I was home packing for Sacramento. Because Sacramento, it's not just like, I'm packing some clothes for me and the kids for a few days. No.
Yeah.
It's like, me and Heather, we both had to, clean out the trailer.
Yeah.
And, get everything together. And I still have a job. We have a machine shop to run. Mm-hmm. And Brad's going racing. I'm going with him. And we're, the head of the machine shop. So if we're not there, no paperwork gets done.
Yeah, you have to make sure everything is in order.
Yeah, so Wednesday was no-go. And then Thursday morning, Brad left at 3 in the morning, I think it was. I don't know, I was asleep. And he took Cody with him.
Yeah. And
then I flew out with Max and Jake on Thursday morning, or afternoon. Actually, it was afternoon. I didn't even leave until 2 o'clock. Well, they didn't race until Friday, so I'm like, well, I'm not going to sit there in Sacramento for extra hours.
Yeah.
And then,
not if you don't have to.
Yeah,
right?
So then they raced on Friday and Saturday, and they were supposed to do their final last night, Saturday night, and the road got kind of slick, I guess, water, because they race at night in Sacramento. If you guys have ever been to the Sacramento Raceway, Bakersfield will do it during the day, all day long. It starts 8 and ends at 5 or 6, and that's it. Mm-hmm. But Sacramento doesn't even usually start until about noon. 1 o'clock.
Oh.
Sometimes they won't even start until 5 o'clock in the evening, and it goes until 10 o'clock. So
Why
they're racing
so late? They're racing at night?
Yeah,
it's
Is that really safe? Cool. No, it's fine. They have lights and everything.
Oh,
It's like a baseball field where it's really lit up.
Yeah.
But you can see the flames coming out of the cars.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
It's so cool. Yeah, it's really fun. But yeah, so because the drag strip got slick because of precipitation or whatever science shit, The
atmosphere came down.
Yeah. They couldn't. It wasn't safe. So unfortunately, my flight went out this morning at 11 a.m. and his race didn't start until 10 a.m. for his final round.
I couldn't
see the final round, and I left Max there because there's no way Max was gonna let me take him.
Oh yeah, I know.
So
he's gonna watch him.
Max is his favorite. That's his favorite. It's Max's favorite thing in the world is racing. Yeah. That's his favorite hobby. That's just his life is racing.
Mm-hmm. He's a race kid.
He's a race kid through and through. So so we took off, and I found out right as we were hitting altitude that he won the race.
Oh,
but I couldn't call him because we were already I couldn't make any phone calls out or anything. So I just had to wait until we almost landed, and then I called him. But they didn't even leave Sacramento until 3 or 4. They're halfway between here and Sacramento right now. So it's him and 3 of my kids. Zane, my stepson, and then Max and Cody. I have Jake, and then Rich is there, their Uncle Rich, and then Bones the dog.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I did see that he posted the trophy on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw he put it on the car and like it was just like the trophy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw that. After you said that, I went to his Facebook to see if I could see anything, and I just put like congratulations, and I was like, oh, there's a trophy.
Yeah. So, yay, Brad, for winning! Congratulations! And he should be. I called him and told him since he's in the car, he should listen to us live. So he better be watching.
There he is. No.
Yeah, right. So on to so you asked what my favorite airport was in the last week. My favorite flight would be going to Denver with you.
That was fun.
But my favorite time in an airport would be obviously we went to Denver to see the airport, but other than like the cool stuff to see, just like chilling in the airport, my favorite definitely is was Sacramento on the way to back home this morning.
Oh, yeah.
I think it has to do with, like, company. I only had Jake. And then we were in a restaurant eating. I like food.
Chill.
Like, it was super chill. I had a mimosa.
Yeah.
I was just, like, putting together stuff. Then we went and got they have a Lego vending machine. So I got, like, a little Lego vending machine of Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy.
I love Rocket.
Yeah, and so I built that. And then the whole, like, the trip back and stuff was pretty chill. So I got more mimosa on the plane. And
So, I do remember that when we had a phone conversation, you told me how they wouldn't let you switch the children on the flight. I have a funny story, and this has actually been going around on TikTok. So, I heard that, it's a short little story, but it has to do with flights and stuff. There was a family that was going on vacation somewhere, I don't know where. It was a mom, dad, and multiple children. The eldest could not make it. So they put the baby in the car seat in the eldest seat. And then they were saying, like, you can't do that because we have people on standby. And they're not here. You can't you have to hold the baby. Yeah. And the dad was like, but I paid for this seat. This is our seat. And they're like, no, it's not. It's the person, whoever the kid's name was, seat. It's not that kid's seat. So they actually got, like, kicked off the plane. It was, like, a big thing going around on TikTok. Everybody was like, it does. And then everybody's like, you should sue. And I'm like, no. Even I was like, no, because I just talked to Jenna today, and they wouldn't even let her change her kids, and they're just a couple years apart. This was like a teenager and a baby. Like, it's very obvious.
Yeah.
So I thought of you.
Yeah, I was trying to switch, because I try to switch out the boys that get to, like, do certain things. Yeah. So, Max would rather ride up, so he usually rides up with them, or, wherever the race car is. But this time I was like, I'm going to send Cody. It's his turn. So that's why Cody went. But when we got there, Cody was like, I want to go on the plane with you, Mommy. Like, fuck that. And Max was like, I want to go with the race car. I want to go on the drive. Like, I don't want to fly. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll just call and switch names. It's 5 and 6 years old. I didn't think it'd be a big deal. But, and I would have snuck. I've done it before where I've booked Max before and then switched him over for Cody. Yeah. Cody to Max. I did that, but they were, they were like 2 and 3 years old. Yeah. And they didn't talk. Like, Max didn't talk until he was like 3.5, 4 years old, like, at all. So he didn't even like say his name. So when the TSA was like, Cody, like, are you Cody? He, like, looked up because he's like, ooh, like, I know that name. That's my brother's name, Yeah. But he didn't, but this time, like, when the TSA was like, hey, what's your name? He's like, Max. And the TSA was like, what's your brother's name? He's all, Jake. So then what am I going to do with Cody? Hey, what's your name, Cody? Like, I can't switch them anymore until they're old enough to know to lie about their name.
I didn't know that, like, a lot of people did not know that you're not allowed to do that because, based on what everybody on TikTok was saying, like, sue them, that's your seat, and they were, like, siding with the family.
No, because
and I'm like,
if you read the fine print on the ticket, it's all there, like, all the fine print, like, it's that person, and tickets are non-transferable, and that's the thing, is that they're non-transferable.
Yeah, and it was an older, I want to say teenager, but I might be wrong, but it was obviously it was somebody, it would be obvious it wasn't a baby. Yeah. In a car seat. Like,
yeah.
The age, it wasn't like.
No. So when I got to Alaska Airlines this morning, and I was like, sorry, like, Max isn't coming. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, he decided he wants to drive back. And she looked at the age, and she was like, what? And I'm like, well, his dad is here. His dad is here. He's driving with his dad back. There was like a bunch of them. I'm just the only one that flew. Drive. Yeah, he decided the 6-year-old's gonna drive. He's driving back. It's cool. She's like, what the fuck?
How is that even possible?
Yeah. So, anyways, on to Denver. There is so much weird shit about Denver, and I was so excited that we were able to go to Denver to see it. So, Heather went to the Denver airport completely blind-eyed, like, has no idea. Like, it's my episode. Like, I did the research for the episode. Well, it's my episode, but obviously you know that we switch off episodes and everything and what we researched. But, yeah, so because I was researching it so much, all of a sudden flights to Denver started to pop up. Mm-hmm. And it was like $40 to go to Denver. And I was like, round trip, $40? Like, I could go there and see this shit in real life.
Done deal.
I want to do it. So then I talked to Heather and we kind of figured it out. But she doesn't know. She went there not knowing anything that we were going to look for. She didn't even know what she was looking for. Mm-hmm. And I was like, look for the artwork. And she's like, what artwork? What are you talking about? Like, I don't even, what gargoyles? What are you fucking talking about? So, so it's going to be all this information, even though she got to go and see it last week, it's going to be really new to her as well as you guys. So, yeah, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And now you'll be able to, like, put it together.
Piece it all together.
Yeah, so. Yeah. All right, so all airports have their own, like, unique charm and characteristics and, you know, different things that make them special, so people want to fly there, I guess. I really don't know why airports do that.
I think it's because people have to spend a lot of time for layovers sometimes, so they have to keep them interesting, so there's some stuff for people to do.
Yeah, stimulate the mind and everything. Yeah, I do understand that, but it's like, this shit isn't just stimulating the mind. This is like millions of dollars in architecture and artwork, and, you know, but there is something to say about that, about tourism going to go see, because for one, we did go there just to see it.
We did, yeah.
And for two, when I fly across the country, like to Florida, and they want me to go, I have to go through Texas. There's always a layover in Texas, to New Orleans, to Florida, it's always in Texas. And I did, even when I went to New York, it was through Texas, I think. Oh, and wow. So it's either Texas or Salt Lake City. Those are like the two, like, international, like, not international, but like connected. It's just one of the main hubs to connect the West Coast to the East Coast or whatever.
Like and
Denver is too. And if you look at it on the map, it's like boom, boom, boom. Like, so depending on how, like, if you're in Washington, then you would go through Denver. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wonder where Isla went when I don't remember.
I don't know.
Stopped.
I think that she went to Salt Lake. I think that's what you had told me. I don't remember. But anyways, but so on my way to, when I have to go through Texas, and it tries to put me at Dallas, I'm like, nope. No. Yeah. It's too big. It's too scary. It's like, I was like pregnant last time I went through there, and it was just like I had 45 minutes to get to like a different terminal. It was fucking crazy. The monorail went so fast. Like, it was just really big and really, like, it wasn't fun. Yeah. So now I go through Houston. I'm like, okay. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to Dallas. So I guess there is something to be said about, like, the airport in itself, like, what you want to, like, deal with, you know? And, like, even San Francisco. I hate flying into San Francisco. I don't hate the airport so much, but, like, leaving and coming back, because it's, like, in the city of San Francisco, and it's, like, such a shit show. It's, like... Yeah. It's worse than San Diego. It'd be like flying into the middle of LA and trying to leave.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, Denver International Airport is currently the 5th largest airport in the United States, which I think that Dallas must be number 1. I'm just saying. And it has over 64 million travelers that pass through each year. And construction in the Denver International Airport began in 1989, and it had a budget of $1.7 billion.
Billion?
Billion. With a B.
Wow.
Like, beautiful. Just the thought of the new airport raised some eyebrows, and some had questions like, why? Like, why are we building this new airport when there's a perfectly good one, like, right there? Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah. There was, blah, blah. The already existing airport in Denver was named Stapleton International Airport. Oh my God, I can speak, I swear. Stapleton International Airport had been in operation since 1929 and was one of the most frequented airports in America. And this airport was super successful, and there was no complaints, no major fatalities, like, at least not more than, like, usual accidents of, like, you know, whatever happens at airports. So, like, why? So just that in itself is gonna like bring out conspiracy theories and like weird shit, right? So the size would make sense because Stapleton was only 4,700 acres with 6 runways, while the new one has 5 terminals, 6 runways, 179 gates, and is 33,000 acres.
Oh my gosh! I didn't even realize it was so big when we were there.
Yeah, because I think that we were just at like, I don't know, we did go on a monorail. We did go on like...
Yeah, the monorail almost killed me.
Yeah, like literally she fell over. Luckily it was so busy that we were like sardines. And so she couldn't fall.
Somebody else.
Yeah.
I was
she like bounced, she ping-ponged between people. So to put it like more into perspective, this is larger than San Francisco City, Boston, Manhattan, and there's also like the underground train services to get from one side of the airport to the other, and that's what we were on, was like an underground train service.
Yeah.
But there's another train service.
Oh.
That's I don't really know if it's underground or not, but we couldn't do it because it comes every 15 minutes to take you to the Denver city like center, like downtown Denver.
Oh yeah.
So I was thinking that it'd be like since it came every 15 minutes, I thought maybe it would be like a 20-minute or 10-minute, you know, a quick thing back and forth, like a zoom.
Yeah.
Like zooming.
Yeah.
But it's 37 minutes. So that's why we couldn't do it, because we didn't have enough time to look at the airport, go, and then come back.
And then did we have to go back through TSA and all that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna take forever.
Yeah. So a fun fact, where the Stapleton Airport is now a commercial and residential area called Central Park. It was renamed from Stapleton in 2020.
Central Park?
Yeah, like in New York.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so this little city reminds me of one of those like 15-minute cities, since they're commercial and residential in its own little suburb area, you know? Like it's almost like a little 15-minute city, but probably smaller, but...
Yeah.
What's more interesting is that the new airport was built 15 miles further than the old airport from Denver City, making it 28 miles out of the way. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people, especially when a project that was supposed to take 3 years took a little over 5 years. And instead of just spending $1.7 billion, they spent $4.8 billion.
Like, how did they get such a big budget for, like, where did this money come from? I mean, taxpayers or what?
It was built by private investors.
Who are the private investors?
They're private. To this day, no one knows who invested to build the new Denver International Airport.
Oh my gosh.
So obviously, like, what the actual fuck?
That already is, like, creepy right there.
Yeah. So, they went 183% over budget.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in billions.
Billions over
like budget.
That's too much.
Oh, my gosh. I know. So... that's just, like, one of the things that is weird. Not weird, but, like, kind of raised a little eyebrow.
Oh, yeah, red flag.
Yeah, that was, like, the first red flag. There's more, though. For one, there's a large blue Mustang statue that is 32 feet tall, rearing its front legs up, and so, like, standing on its back legs, and weighing in at 9,000 pounds. There are red lights in the eyes that glow red. And this is the first thing you see when you drive into the fucking airport.
That's so creepy.
So we didn't get to see that because we didn't leave the airport. But,
I've seen images of it, though.
Yeah. There's one, you posted one on our Instagram.
I did. That's how I found the image. I was like, wait, I gotta post this.
Yeah. So, people believe there's a demon living inside of the blue Mustang. Some know this statue as Lucifer. Isn't that cute? Sorry. I'm like, there's a demon, Lucifer. It's so cute.
Oh my gosh.
And this could be maybe because the man who made the statue, Luis Jimenez, perished during the creation of the statue. So apparently the horse's head fell on him and killed him.
And they still use that same head?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I know, his children finished the project for him.
That is fucked up.
Some people believe that the horse is supposed to be one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, which can be found in the book of Revelation in the Bible. And with that, each horse is supposed to represent a different symbol: conquest, war, famine, and death. So this is supposed to represent one of them.
This is the death one.
I guess.
It's gotta be death. It makes sense.
That would make sense,
Yeah.
So, as if the demon horse statue isn't enough to get the conspiracies swirling, when you are walking through the airport, there are several different murals that depict some fucked up shit. And these aren't just little pictures or artwork. Some of these murals are 28 feet wide. And unfortunately, when we went, we only got to see 2 murals, and they're not the ones that I wanted, that I'm going to go in depth talking about, because they have been doing construction for the last 2 years, and the murals were put away. Which is bullshit, because on the Denver site, it talks about all the murals, and not once did it say that they weren't out for the public to see.
Yeah, but...
And, I was researching it. For 2 fucking years it hasn't been there. I felt so gypped. I felt so gypped about it.
I know, it was pretty sad. But remember when we had that one TSA person walk us over to one of the murals?
Yeah.
And it's like, sorry, we're doing construction.
Yeah, it wasn't a mural. No, it wasn't a mural. It was one of those big, pardon our dust type signs, but it was a picture of a giant fucking...
It was a reptilian
lizard thing that's...
why is it a reptilian?
And then it says, sorry about our dust or whatever. It takes a long time digging to the underworld.
Yeah, digging to the underworld.
Yeah.
With a reptilian lizard person.
So
it had clothes on like it was like a human, but it was a reptilian
So
face.
you can see that at one of the baggage claims.
And we posted it on our Instagram, on our Facebook. Yeah. There's reels with it. And shorts with it.
So you have to go look. The murals, they're not flowers, landscapes, pretty little horses, the Rocky Mountains, what you would think that you would find in Colorado. No, these murals are paintings of death. The theme of death, destruction, unhappiness, genocide, military rule, a complete dystopian, disastrous world. One of the murals is called Children of the World Dream of Peace. These are not normal pieces of art, and I'm going to try to describe the artwork as best as I can, but get on our socials and see the real pictures, or just Google them. They're definitely not trying to hide anything. You can go on the Denver website, the Denver airport website, and they have a whole list of, and it has a picture of every single artwork and a little bio on the artwork and stuff like that. They're definitely not it's not a hidden thing. If you mention the Denver airport to anybody, they've heard of it. Not to anybody, because I never did until, but yeah. I'm actually probably not to everybody, but to a lot of people.
A lot of people, yeah.
So, the Children of the World, Dream of Peace, it's this green, military-looking, ghostly, gas mask wearing, dark green man, and he's holding what looks to be some, an AK-47. I don't, it's what I'm picturing an AK-47 looks like.
Yeah.
But it has a fucking knife attached to the end of it. And in the other hand, he's holding a sword with the curvature of, that of, an old-school pirate. Mm-hmm. So, one of those big, I don't know how else to describe it.
Machete? A
machete type thing, but with the curve.
Yeah.
Then there's a white dove, which is a symbol of peace, flying towards the bottom of the painting, while there are children under him, almost in an underground, sleeping on piles of bricks, while women holding what appear to be dead babies surround the sleeping children, looking down on them, crying, and with such despair in their faces. It is super depressing and really sad to look at. Yeah. If pictures could say 1,000 words, this one says like 100 million words. And the more you look at it, the more like fucked up it gets. And that's how it is with all of these paintings. Like, it's like the more that you look at it, the more fucked up the paintings
You're gonna
get.
see more.
You're gonna see more. Yeah. And you're gonna see more faces and more like things dead and more buildings on fire.
That's like the mural that we saw. I don't know if you're gonna talk about it, but
no, because I wrote this before.
So we did see one, and I posted it on our socials.
We saw two, but only one we posted.
But the one that I posted, when I looked closer at the image that I took, it had ghosts?
Yeah, it had like faces in the mountains, like ghostly faces, not the cute ones that you see like. So they do have artists where they make mountains, and then in the rocks they make faces and stuff, and you can find like a bear or whatever. And it's cute and it's fun. My aunt has one of those paintings.
Yeah.
And I used to love looking at it when I was little. This is different. This is like a ghost, like.
And you know what they had in this picture when I looked deeper at it? They had babies floating down the river.
No, they didn't.
Yes, like just a baby's face floating down
God.
the river. There was multiple children floating in the river, and I think it was like supposed to be depicting the people that, because it talked about like the gold rush and stuff coming to the west. I think it was about all the people that died on the like.
On like the Oregon Trail or whatever. Oh my god!
And it had babies because probably they drowned in the river.
Oh.
And it was like, just all these ghosts, and I was like, there's that's like a baby face, like, floating in the river.
Like, what is happening? Oh my gosh, that's so crazy.
I didn't see it when we were there. I didn't see it until I looked later.
I kept finding things, and we walked by it a few times. This is, where this painting was. It's at the TSA, when you go through, I believe that we were at, Terminal 2. Mm-hmm. And it's the TSA, and if you're walking through the Terminal 2 TSA and you just look to the right, and it's like on the whole wall, like the whole huge. Fucking wall, it's like 40 feet long at least, like it's huge.
Yeah, I had to walk with my phone and take a picture like along it.
Yeah, it was really long. It was really big. We couldn't get it in one picture.
No.
Yeah, so there's another one of those large murals that kind of tell a story, and I want to, so we got to go see them. And the next one, it shows the same military ghostly gas mask wearing guy that has now been defeated. So now it's showing this man, this, military dude that's, laying dead with two white doves sitting on him with lots of children from, all over the world that are happy with, a giant rainbow over them with a ribbon that wraps around the rainbow, and through some of the children that says peace written over and over again in different languages.
So, he was defeated, and then there was peace and harmony.
Yeah.
Across the world.
And all the children were happy again. And the third mural shows lots of trees and a city in the background on fire with people scared in the forefront and holding lots of different animals. A cheetah lay dead on an altar type thing in front of them, and animals like birds and a penguin were in glass boxes, while a Native American Indian is below holding a green baby or doll or something like that.
An alien?
Maybe. There's also a girl that is holding a tablet that theorists believe is a Mayan tablet saying the world would end December 21st, 2012.
Oh, is that the end of the Mayan calendar?
Yeah. So I don't speak Mayan, so I can't tell if it's real or not, but the tablet...
I don't speak Mayan.
I don't fucking speak it, so I don't know.
You can't decipher it.
I can't decipher it, I'm sorry.
She can't translate it, folks.
Sorry. But for those who can, the tablet, it just has what looks like a profile of a human blowing smoke onto a flower. And how they got the world is ending and a date from that, I have no fucking idea. I don't know.
I have to look at it now. Yeah, I don't know either.
It's literally, it's weird. So, anyways, it's not just the murals that are gaining attention. There's a statue of a gargoyle demon looking thing coming out of a suitcase. This is called, to some, to everybody, it's really called Notre Denver. So the Notre Dame, it's the Notre Denver.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that like a football team or something?
Oh, my God.
Or this college? Or what is it?
Yeah, there is a college. Yeah.
I don't even know.
But, like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, yes.
But Notre Dame is like a famous thing.
Yes. No, I do that. Yeah, I do know that.
It's somewhere in France, Italy.
The Hunchback.
Yeah. I just know my Disney.
I know the Hunchback.
And I got my Disney in there every episode. I talk about Disney.
There's a little Easter egg.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Look out for the trivia coming soon. You said you wanted to do trivia.
I thought that would be fun.
Find the Disney Easter eggs. Ooh. That could be what it is.
So, moving on, the Notre Denver, it's this big gargoyle, and it's not that big. It's probably, it's life size. And it's like a demon-looking thing coming out of a suitcase. And it sits at the exit of the baggage claim looking down on all those who are picking up their luggage. And it's kind of, And then...
and some have said the eyes move.
Yeah, and if you walk by it late at night, some people say that they can hear things.
And the face moves.
Uh-huh.
Follows you.
So there are other gargoyles, too. That one is the most, famous one. Unfortunately, it wasn't there when we went there. There was only one gargoyle. There's 4 total. There's supposed to be at least 4. Every baggage claim, area has one. And unfortunately, we only got to see one, and it is on our socials everywhere. We were live with it. And this one is like a bird-looking one, hunched over.
It did kind of have a beak. And
it was like a bird, and its tongue was
out. It's like
to the left, like a dog. Then on the floor, there are I can only describe it as line drawings, so not colored in, no color. It's just gold line of, they're just it looks like a coal mining cart. You know, the ones that would push.
Outline.
It's just the outline.
Oh,
and the coal miners, would push the coal up and down.
Yes.
Like in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Hi-ho.
Hi-ho. Oh, look, we're singing again. So... So this one showed what looked like a mining cart that was overfilled with coal or gold, not sure what, because obviously there's no color, but it was coal looking stuff. And on the mining cart it says AUAG. On the periodical table, AU stands for gold and AG stands for silver. So maybe this is referring to gold and silver being in the mining cart, or maybe it's a clue. There is a theory that one of the founders of the airport also discovered a deadly hepatitis strain known as Australian antigen, shortened to AUAG.
What?
And this sits on the floor right under the mural that contains the biological warfare.
Oh, what?
So when I looked into it, the Australian antigen letters are actually HBSAG. So it doesn't work. But it ends in AG for antigen. But it could mean something else. I don't, it could mean that maybe it's not this.
Yeah.
This hepatitis thing. It's it could be a different type of antigen. Also, Baruch Samuel Blumberg was the one who discovered the Australian antigen strain, but it doesn't look like he had anything to do with the Denver airport unless he was one of the private donors. Maybe this is a clue to something going on below the airport. I don't know. And remember how we talked about the underground train system? Mm-hmm. Well, this underground train system has been the cause of a lot of conspiracies in itself. Supposedly, the underground bunkers go further and lead to an underground bunker to house the elite in case of some crazy world-ending disaster.
Oh, I believe that.
Well, on October 16th, 2011, a comet named Elenin passed the Earth a mere 22 million miles away, which apparently is really close in space.
Yeah. Okay.
It's pretty close for that size of a comet, and had it come into Earth's orbit, it would have caused another dinosaur type of extinction. And so a theory's been circulating that President Obama was in Denver when Comet 11 passed Earth. That way, if they noticed the comet had turned towards Earth, President Obama would go into the bunker. However, I fact-checked Obama's whereabouts that day, and he wasn't there. But he was at a dedication ceremony for the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial in Washington, D.C., so, like, nowhere near Denver. Yeah. And apparently, you can go online and you can see what every president did on every day of his...
Really?
Uh-huh.
They have to make that public record of what they're doing.
Probably, because it's taxpayers' money, maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but, I mean, there's some days that are, like, blank, because obviously it was, like, personal days or whatever, but, like, anything that's, like, government-related, like, oh, if he went to go see an ambassador, or he went over here, like, he happened to be at the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial in Washington, D.C. I will say that his dates had more filled-up stuff, and he was more accounted for than Donald Trump, and definitely not Joe Biden. Like, Donald Trump had more than Joe Biden.
They've been reporting that Joe Biden's been on holiday 40% of his presidency. I don't know how accurate that is.
Yeah, but Obama actually was doing, it was like every day he had multiple things that he was doing. So either they accounted for it better with him, or he was a better president. Like...
Yeah, I mean,
he was more like hands-on, involved. So anyways, another theory that has been doing lots of circulation is that the Illuminati, the Freemasons, and those who are promoting the New World Order.
We saw that proof. We saw that proof.
So they're saying that these people have messages within the artwork, which could explain why the artwork is so detailed and weird. And that could be why the AUAG mining cart artwork is there. It's just, like, so randomly placed. There's, like, nothing else, like that around in the airport. It's just, like, one tile thing. So...
Weird.
It's... Literally, it's super weird.
That's one tile, like, one space.
Yeah, so the belief is that the clues are going to help and direct the group of elites that are plotting a dictatorship in order to take over the world. So... There's also a time capsule, and that's what we saw.
Yes. And we saw the Freemason symbol.
Yeah. So the plaque that covers it reads Denver International Airport Dedication Capstone, Wellington E. Webb, Mayor Governor Roy R. Romer, SEC of Transportation, Frederico Pena. The time capsule beneath this stone contains messages and memorabilia to the people of Colorado in 2094. Dedication capstone laid by the most worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge F&AM of Colorado and jurisdiction, Claude W. Grace Sr. Grand Master, the most worshipful Grand Lodge of AF and AM of Colorado, Benjamin H. Bell Jr. Grand Master, March 19th, 1994. New World Airport Commission contributors Martin Marietta, Aeronautics, Frentress, Brauburn, Architects, Zimmerman Metal. In the center of the plaque, there's the, like, Masonic symbol, and it has, like, the G in the center and everything, and it's the exact same one that's associated with the Illuminati. So, and that's what we saw, and we went live with that as well when we were in the airport. And then, other than the Masonic symbol, the entire plaque sounds normal, right? Like, it all sounds good, except that the New World Airport Commission does not exist. There's no record of a New World Airport Commission whatsoever.
So what does that even mean?
I don't know. Why? What is this place? Why would they have it on a plaque?
Yeah, why mention something that doesn't even exist?
Is this where the New World Order Committee is located? Is this the headquarters, underground, of the Denver airport?
Probably. That's probably where they're housing all the reptilians.
And we'll get to that. This plaque is one of the main reasons why people believe this airport was exclusively built as a cover-up for and by secret societies.
Mm-hmm. You know, and since I've been posting the reels about this before the episode even came out, we've had numerous comments of people stating this is when I did the flight into Denver, I did one of us, like, landing in Denver. Yeah. There's comments saying, oh, this is going to be the last thing that people see at the end of the world, probably the elites, because this is going to be the last place they land. Because they're all going to go down.
Then they're going to go underground.
Yeah.
So another theory with the tunnels, since you're talking about that, is just simply reptilians and lizard people. That the tunnels, like the tunnels are definitely real. Like there are tunnels because obviously we were in them. Yeah. Like it's real.
They're there.
But apparently the tunnels are not only there for normal people to use and for the secret societies to use and have their secret bunkers, but also there's a place for the reptilians to live as well. And then what else could be down there? Conspiracies believe aliens as well. And so of course there has to be aliens to this. Like, why would there not be aliens?
But reptilians are aliens, so they're like a race of aliens.
Well, that's a theory. Remember I did my episode on the reptilians. So it's a theory. That's one of the theories. Or they could be two different species. We don't know.
Or they could be hybrids.
We could be the aliens, for Christ's sake.
They could be human. They could be alien hybrids.
Yes. There's lots of different. Go listen to that episode if you want to. We're not going down that rabbit hole right now. So if that's true, they could lead people to believe the aliens are controlling everything, and reptilians as well as the elites, since that is where all of the secret societies go for their meetings. Yeah. So that's like they're saying that aliens and reptilians and elites, they're all working together. And I did post that meme of them all working together.
Yeah, they're playing Risk or something.
That was
board
it.
Game.
They're doing something. So of course there's more. Supposedly there's a Nazi connection to the Denver airport.
Of course, yeah.
The airport was built over a Nazi compound, and the runways were built and designed to look like a swastika, supposedly.
Wait, I wish we didn't see that from air, though. I didn't see a swastika.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but when you look at it on Google Maps, it's missing one of like the points of the swastika.
Oh,
so it's not complete. And when you look at it, it just seems like the way that the runways are positioned, it's just like the most efficient way to get 6 runways into the smallest space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you look at it and it's like, but I don't know. You guys, the Nazi theory is the craziest to me just because, like,
and
why?
It's not complete.
What would be the purpose of covering a Nazi compound and then building the runways to look like swastikas? Like, I just don't see the motive.
But if there was a gas mask on the mural, and then obviously they had the gas chambers.
But it's just what would be the motive of, like... It doesn't connect for me for like the motive. I'm always like, what's the motive? It has nothing to do with New World Order. It has nothing to do with like power. It has nothing to do with anything. So why?
But it kind of could, because if we had, when after the war, a lot of the scientists from Germany came to America, and like, for example, like NASA and different government entities are quote-unquote Nazis, or this Nazi scientists came here, so they could have came here and had those underground bunkers, and they were like scientists and stuff, like doing whatever they're doing down there, experiments on freaking aliens or something. I don't know whatever they're doing. Course, so they could have.
No, I think it really was built over a Nazi compound, but why would they make the runways and stuff into swastikas? That's what I'm saying. Like, what would be the motive of
Oh, wait, but this wasn't built back then, though.
No, this was built in the 90s.
In the 90s, yeah. I don't know. Because I was thinking in my head it was like right after the war they came here and built it. Then they came here
to build it as an underground stuff.
Yeah.
To put that. No, it was built in the 90s.
It wasn't even in the 40s.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right.
It wasn't in the early 50s, late 40s, so that doesn't really make sense that they would wait that long to like make it a swastika.
Yeah, why? What's the motive?
And then actually at that time too, people would be like, what the fuck? Why is it a swastika?
Yeah.
Because
it would have been more so,
It would have been more like, well, people would not be okay with that.
So whatever's going on in Denver International Airport is weird, and they're not even, like, trying to hide it. It's almost like the old saying is true. They have to tell us, but they can joke about it, and at least they're still, like, telling us for the karmic... Mm-hmm. You know, for karmic balance.
Yeah, they have to tell us what it is before.
Yeah, for karmic balance. Mm-hmm. You know, and they definitely told the world in April 2019 when the Denver International Airport and the Roswell International Air Center officially became supernatural sister airports.
What does that mean?
It means that they would work together and share intel and strategies in dealing with extraterrestrial combat and the best plans and ways to cover up what people may see in the sky.
Cover up what people see in the sky?
The press release says that the Denver airport decided to start playing into the conspiracy theories as opposed to fighting them. So they teamed up with the Roswell airport, since Roswell obviously deals with a bunch of alien conspiracies as well, which now we may know is not conspiracies at all.
No, it's not.
And their common goal was to add tourism to both airports. But I do have the official statement. I have the official documentation that they are sister airports, and you'll post it. I'll send it to you, and then
okay,
you
yeah,
post it.
No,
I have some of the
it.
paperwork and stuff for you to post.
Yeah,
because they're
that's crazy. I had no idea that they were sister with the Roswell. The whole
Yeah, it's crazy. So the official statement that was released in regards to the supernatural sisters said, quote unquote, both airports are excited to begin their supernatural sisterhood. They are committed to working collaboratively to promote greater ties between Denver and Roswell, as well as enhance communications between the airports and cosmic visitors. I know!
Connect between
airports
and cosmic visitors?
To enhance communications between, the airports and cosmic visitors.
So they're trying to communicate with the UAPs and the aliens.
And whatever.
And UFOs are real.
Yeah, we already know that now. So that's what's crazy. And
what?
So my references is Insider.com article, 6 conspiracy theories people believe about the Denver airport debunked by Monica Humphreys, November 23rd, 2022. And stillnessinthestorm.com article, something is rotten in the Denver airport, March 10th, 2020. And then, of course, flydenver.com. If you want to see all the pictures of all the artwork and a really, breakdown of the history of the Denver airport, I got most of my information straight from flydenver.com.
Yeah. That's straight from the source.
Yeah, and that's where I got the documentation between the sisters. Yeah.
So
the agreement that they have.
That's really interesting. And then one thing I wanted to add, because now everyone knows that we did go to Denver. We did tour the Denver International Airport, and we have a lot of it on our social media. Well, almost all of it. I still have more that I want to post. But one thing I wanted to mention is I did try to, every pilot I saw, I was, not heckling them, because, they're walking really fast, but I'm like, have you ever seen a UAP? And, 2 pilots actually, gave me the time of day to, kind of laugh and kind of chuckle, and he said, they both said no comment.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that's a yes.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, we can't say.
We also talked to some TSA agents about their weird happenings and stuff like that. But they probably get people like us all the time questioning or being like, what's up with all this? Or, I don't know. Some of the people were like. Some of them, I don't know if they were being real, I really do hear, when I,
Well, the one said, Biden was here during something, I forget what, he's like, a lot of presidents come here.
Yeah.
One guy told us.
Yeah.
That a lot of presidents come there, and they saw Biden.
I don't know if, not that guy, but the other guy was just telling us things just to play into it.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell because,
No, he was talking about the underground.
Yeah.
Underground.
So, I don't know. I don't know. We talked to a bunch of different people trying to figure it out.
I think it's inconclusive with the pilots that we spoke to, because they said no comment, and then they were kind of laughed and kind of made a look. I was like, that's real then. You just don't want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Well, I also got, when we landed, we went to the information stand, and I was like, hi, do you have, a map of the airport? And she's all, it's on your phone, and I'm like, no, I want a physical map of the airport, and she was like, what? Why?
What year are we in?
Yeah, what are we doing? And so she gets me one, and I was like, okay, now, where are the murals, and where are the gargoyles, and where's this, and where's that? And she's just like, what what the fuck? Like, what is happening? Like, why is this so... Yeah. I have my map and I have it all started out, so then as I would go, and I'd be like, I need to find this place, and I'd show, like, a TSA agent or whoever I could find, and I'd bring out my big old map, and I'd be like, we're in Disneyland or something?
I know, Disneyland. I was pretty surprised that, like, a couple of the TSAs, they actually walked with us, and they're like, oh, I'll show you, and, like, walked us over the gargoyle, and it was, like, kind of, we're like, are you on your break? Are you okay?
Yeah,
like,
one guy was on his break.
Yeah. And then I was like, can you take us underground? We want to go to the tunnels.
Yeah, they were like,
no. Were like, no, we can't even go down there. Like, yeah, they couldn't even.
It's, the underground bunkers and the underground tunnels and all that crazy shit is past the 6th floor.
But he said that they're real, though.
Yeah.
And someone else did say go to the 6th floor. Yeah. Somebody else commented that on one of our things, too. Yeah. And it's like, we tried to go. We were unable to. And another thing that I'll mention is that when we were in the, we did see my niece, Joey, who lives in Denver. So shout out to Joey. Thank you for meeting with us. But when her and I were in the elevator, we were trying to press, it wasn't going. It would just stuck? It would just be stuck. And there was nobody trying to come in and out. It was really weird. She even took a video on her phone of me trying to, like, press the button, and she posted it on her social because she's like, this is so weird. We're in the Denver airport, and it won't, like, it's not going. And I thought we were stuck in the elevator.
Oh, my gosh.
But then it, like, randomly went, and we were standing there forever, and she was, like, took, like, I don't know, maybe, like, I don't know how long video, but
yeah, long enough to actually be scared.
Like long enough that we're like, do we need to press the like help button?
Assistance.
We need help.
Yeah. Then the reason why we were separated, by the way, was because I was up at a restaurant and Heather ran down to go get Joey from where her boyfriend or where the Uber dropped her off.
Yeah.
Just FYI, that's why we were separated.
I don't
know why I had to explain it, but I'm like, it's just weird. Like, where was I? It's not like I like went somewhere.
You were waiting for us to meet you.
Yeah. So
yes, for our dinner.
Anyways, that is all about the Denver airport. Let us know if you have any other experiences. We'd love to hear about any of the experiences that you have had about the Denver airport. Thank you guys so much for listening, and don't forget to
share, like, and subscribe.
And email us at conspiraciesunlocked@gmail.com. Thanks. Bye.